Hello everybody and welcome back to our survival world. Well, it's been actually a year since I made a video, so I kinda don't know where everything is, and I thought it would be a nice idea for my return to kind of make a world tour for everybody and just explore the world with you, because I don't have a clue what's in here as well. Between the last video and this one, I actually built a gunpowder farm so we can use rockets freely. That's a thing I remember, actually. Pretty crazy, I know. But yeah, that's kind of the thing where I'm at, and I don't really know where anything's at right now besides the gunpowder farm, because that's like 2 months ago, and I didn't really want to record. I did make a time lapse, so I probably will put that in here in editing. Well, editing me here, during those last 2 months, I switched PCs, and I didn't notice, but I deleted the replay file for the gunpowder farm. So yeah, you just have to stay tuned to see this one at the end of the video. Yippee! Let's just explore the world for a bit and see what we did in this world and what we have, and I don't know, just explore and see what's happening in here, because I don't remember. And yeah, we are not yet in the new update because the replay mod hasn't updated to the gas update. Yeah, we are still in the update before that. Anyways, let's start moving, because I'm yapping too much. I think that's our starter home here. Yeah, that's our first little build we made for the first night. We just did build the beginner's shack, I call it. It's just a little simple thingy with just a bed and some ovens and a crafting bench, which is kind of everything you need for the first night. And I think it's looking quite nice. It was during a time, I think, where cherry wood was new, so I used it here. I don't really think it looks that great in this configuration here. But anyways, it's kind of nostalgic, so I'm gonna keep it. And yeah, this little sugarcane field here, I also planted as I built the gunpowder farm, because we don't have any way of getting a lot of sugarcane right now. And yeah, this is just my little farm here to get some more sugarcane before we build an automatic one. Yeah, I'm just gonna expand that here during the episode, I think. And also it's getting dark, so gotta sleep. Okay, and let's move on to our starter home with a nice huge field in front of it. That's just wheat field. I always thought wheat fields looked the nicest, because it's just like this bright color really contrasts well with all the buildings I do with a lot of deep slate and stuff. I think it looks quite nice. First of all, back here is a little vegetable garden. My favorite early game food source are those potatoes, and the sweet berries were kind of my first thing I ate in this world, because yeah, they are pretty easy to get and grow really fast. So that's a thing. And yeah, also later I added those melons and pumpkins. So if you want to kind of see the process, how I built this thing, you could watch the first episode, I think, where we built this cool starter house. And yeah, let's move on to the interior, which is yeah, this is the cellar here, kind of. So this shouldn't be here, but anyways. Yeah, this is our storage room here, with the kitchen over here, lots of furnaces and blast furnaces and a smoker, just that we can cook everything we need. Don't have a super smelter yet, but that's definitely a thing I want to kind of build in the future. And here we have kind of all the things we need. It's kind of getting a bit cramped in here, so a bigger storage system is also kind of due in the future, but I kind of want to wait with that until the copper golems release, because that seems really fun to have some copper golems running around in your storage rooms and sorting all the stuff. And in here we have just a little storage for meat and kelp and stuff. It's purely cosmetic. And in here we have some flour, also purely cosmetic. And then down here we have a little table where you can sit in and kind of, I don't know, maybe enjoy a dinner, or yeah, just have something to drink. And then the next floor we have just some more storage. I don't think I put anything in here, but yeah, it's kind of inconvenient to run up and down the stairs. So this floor is basically just cosmetics. And over here I just built a stair, and this leads out to this kind of broken off bridge, because I thought maybe we'll build something here in the future, but as it stands right now, it's kind of inconvenient with the road right here. So that probably won't happen. And then over here we have just a little fireplace, some flowers, And also, I love those cherry blossom saplings. They are awesome. And then, yeah, we will go upstairs, and that's my first iron armor, which is kind of cool to just keep it. And here, I think, is also nothing, but that's kind of my main bed here. And also, I can fly in with my elytra here. And from here, you can see pretty much all the things we built yet, but it's not everything, but yeah, kind of. You get the gist. And then we can go to our barn, I think, which is just down the road here, little hidden behind all those shrubs and trees. And that's just very simple, our barn here. It's just a big old hall with all the different animals in here. Down here we have our pigs, which I just probably won't use ever, because I don't really see the use for pigs other than killing them for pork. And that's better done with some, how they called, those piglin thingies in the nether. Next up is actually not down there, although it seems quite as exciting, but that's later in the video. We can go over here, and just down this road we have another humongous wheat field, but over here is our enchanting house, which I think looks quite amazing, actually, nestled into the mountain slope. Also, this house has some secrets. We have a little elevator to take us up to the front door, but also if you drop down here, we have, as you can hear, a skelly spawner here, and that gives us lots of bones and also some useless armor, but that's kind of not the thing we want from here. This was my... Oh, why did he die? Why do they die? That shouldn't be happening. Anyways, those bones are pretty nice for, yeah, obviously bone meal. And why are they dying? That's not supposed to happen, actually. I don't know, but yeah, maybe I'll have to fix that. But anyways, I don't really need that anymore for XP, because I think we have an ender in the end, but I'm not really sure about that. So we have to explore it later. And then in here, it's just our usual enchanting setup. Looks kind of nice, but it's nothing crazy. And then back here is yeah, well, I shouldn't have taken you back here, but you can see it. I trust you. You don't say anything mean to my questionable interior. And down here we can exit out of here and just admire the lovely little carrot garden we have here. I don't really why I planted carrots here, but yeah, I guess we have carrots here. And then if you go down here, we have our only librarian villager. Let me eat something before that. Yeah, you can hear him already. Yeah, this is just kind of an alchemist's home, I feel like. This is kind of the feeling I wanted to create, with a little desk here and some furnaces and the bookshelves. It just looks quite cozy. And down here is kind of the alchemist's cellar. Yeah, we have a little pot cooking here. Then we have the respawn anchor, which I can't click because then we'll explode, and that's not really fun. And this is our mending villager. This is the only librarian we have. Everything else we enchanted on an enchanting table, which I think... Whoops, what was that? Which I think is quite amazing, actually. Because, yeah, I don't really like the feeling of getting things from villagers. And then out here we have a little porch, which I think is quite cozy. You can just sit here and enjoy the field. And yeah, down there is actually our next stop, but we don't really have a pathway down there because I'm lazy and I don't really care. And then in here you can already hear the bees working, and yeah, that's a lot of honeycomb. Yeah, if we ever gonna build with copper, we have a lot of wax, which I think is quite nice. And over here were some free roaming bees which just flew over the fields all the time, but I think they went up in the mountain and died. And then we have our mine here, which is quite amazing, if I do say so myself, because this mine shaft goes all the way down to diamond level, and this is this cool little roller coaster. I think we are gonna take a ride. Down we go, and then it goes down in this huge cave, which I think is quite amazing that we found that right under our base. all in all, this seed is just super omega amazing. And yeah, we have some deep dark down here, which I kind of made safe with all the torches and stuff. I definitely want to build something down here, but I don't know really what yet. And then we have a just usual mine shaft down to the mines. And then we have some diamonds here. Actually don't know what that's doing here, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave that here. Maybe that has some reason to be there. And then down here we have nothing in this chest, but we also can take the ride back up. And as you can see, I mined a lot, but we don't have that many diamonds. Yeah, let's take the ride back up. Yo, this cave is kind of huge. I kind of forgot how huge this cave is. And there we are. And now we can move on to our tavern, which is just up here with this nice little house. Well, it's not that little actually. First I thought, yeah, let's just build this house. And then I thought, it looks kind of weird without something here. So I built this tree on the house, which I think looks quite amazing, actually. Yeah, also we have the Wandering Trades data pack on this world, which I think looks quite nice with the tiny blocks we can buy from the Wandering Trader. And yeah, we have Rosebush Shield here, which I think looks always quite amazing with the red. And we can go inside. We have a nice little cart here. And then on this side, a little door for servants entrance or something like that. And I think that this is here the kitchen where you just prepare the food and make everything ready. And then we come down here through this big door. We have kind of like the, as I like to call it, the show kitchen with 2 smokers. And then we have a nice cutting knife. I know it's an iron sword. And we have a ladle here. Then over here are all the seating areas for the kind of restaurant part of the inn. If you get tired of eating and have to sleep in your chambers, they are up here. So this are the guest rooms here. And then over here we have the administrator's office. And then down here we have the kind of the quarters of the innkeeper and stuff. And then if you come up here, you have another, the king suite, as I like to call it. Yeah, anyways, that's basically it for the inn, which is kind of the biggest building I made yet, I think. Actually, no. We have another one, but yeah, I think that's gonna fall soon. It's the bridge over there. I don't really like it. I built it in the last episode, and since then I didn't really like it. And I already have plans to kind of overhaul this thing and make a humongous medieval bridge out of that. And yeah, here we just got a little well and our horse. And I think down here we have our money makers, which are those 2 Fletchers here. And if you come down here, there's the bridge I don't really like. Yeah, and as you can see, I really was on a post-apocalyptic trip as I built this bridge. I just played Horizon Zero Dawn, and I saw this cool broken down bridge, so I kind of wanted to implement that in my world. But yeah, after sitting with it for a while, it's not that great, actually. And I want to kind of tear this one down and put a medieval bridge here. I can show you a little sneak peek on what it will look like, because I already designed it in creative. And yeah, down here is our dragon egg, which I also have to find a new place for. And yeah, let's get up here, because there's one more build we have here, and that's through this tunnel. At the end here you can see kind of a door blasted open, and over here we have an old armory. Maybe I'll overhaul that in the future, but I don't really think that will happen. And over here we have the most annoying nether portal I've ever built. Yeah, you can already see why. And that's basically it for this valley. Yeah, I hope to expand this in the future, because yeah, this is my forever world, because YouTube likes this name, I guess. But and yeah, back here is our iron farm. Actually, let me check. Whoa, you just popped out an egg as I landed on you. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, we have loads of iron, so that's not a problem. Actually, 2 more things we have to visit. One, the gunpowder farm I built between episodes. I did some off-camera building, as you say. Over there is our gunpowder farm. It's the one with the snowballs and stuff. Yeah, over there is our stronghold by this dirt pillar. Yeah, I built the most crooked staircase down to our stronghold. Yeah, if we can come through here. Whoop. We have an ender over there, which I'm gonna use real quick to repair my elytra. Okay, and there we go. That's our ender. That was our last rocket. I have many plans for this world, but in this episode, I just wanted to show you around and show you everything we have built so far, which I think is quite good for 500 days. And yeah, in the coming episodes, we have kind of to industrialize on our farms and make basically everything much more efficient in terms of material gathering and stuff, because the bridge I have in mind, you saw it already, is kind of crazy. So yeah, we need loads of resources. We need a moss farm. I have a plan for that, to build it over there. It's already I didn't show you that actually. This is our moss hole. I guess we have our work cut out for us, because we have a lot to do in this world. It's kind of not in the best state right now. That's basically it. Yeah, I just wanted to show you around for a bit, because it's been a while, and I wanted to let you know I am back. Yeah, just expect a lot more episodes to come in the future, because this is my forever world, as YouTube likes to call it. And I hope you'll see you on your next one. Little boots look. Whoopie-doopie-doo. Hello. And yeah, goodbye. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.